We're going to get started here. Thank you all for joining us. I want to first introduce the team and everyone can introduce themselves. We will be here. We are your panelists. My name is Melanie. I'm the marketing and communication specialist here. And then, of course, we have our amazing presenter, Erwin, who will introduce himself in a moment. Before he does, I just wanted to let you all know as the presentation goes on, there's going to be a Q&A box, and you're welcome to ask your questions there, and we will answer them throughout the presentation, so don't hesitate to ask there. If you do need to leave early or anything like that, or you want to share this with somebody else who can't make it, we will be sharing the recording with you sometime next week. So just keep that in mind. And without further ado, I will pass this along to Eddie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eduardo Bernal. I'm one of the Res Life coordinators here. A little bit of what I do here, right? Once students arrive and live on campus, there's a really big part of, being able to live here, thrive here, and have fun here, and have a safe time here. So that's a little bit about the work I do. And I'll hand it over to Maria to introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maria Ruiz. I'm the Student Relations and Outreach Coordinator. I will be one of the first few people you see when you come into the South Village Housing Office. So welcome all. And now we hand it off to Erwin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erwin. I'm Housing's one and only Housing Financial Student Assistant. I will be the main host for this wonderful info session. We'll be talking about fall 2026. Exciting. So we'll be talking about exactly the payment plan and how you can submit it, as well as making your first payment. Um, I will be sharing with you all a video. You can find this video on YouTube at our Housing and Res Life YouTube channel. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
And then while you're working on that, Erwin, I also wanted to say charges have not been posted yet for housing. They will be posted sometime next week. So this video and presentation is specifically how to calculate what your charges might look like currently, so you're prepared for when they do drop.
This is our presentation, so let's get started. So the agenda for today, we'll be going down the slides in order. Rates, how to pay, where to find the payment plan form, of course, how to complete the form, some important deadlines we'd like to mention to you all, the FAQs, as well as our contact information. All right, let's go to the academic year 2026 to 2027 rates. They have been posted. If everybody has a device available at hand, you can scan the QR code where you can see our rates for both South Village, the University Apartments, as well as GEA. I'll give you a couple seconds to be able to scan this QR code.
I've also posted the link in the chat just in case you don't have your phone handy.
Wonderful. Okay, let's continue. So this is the video, how to pay for housing when charges aren't live yet. So I'll be clicking on this video right now. You'll be able to watch it. It's not that long. It's around almost 10 minutes. So it'll be me explaining it a bit more. So let's get started.
Hello, my name is Erwin, and on today's video, I'll be showing you all how to make a payment when your housing charges have not been posted on Get yet. So I'll show you step by step where to find the amounts and estimates when it comes to housing. We start off by searching My Calstat.LA. Once you search up My Calstat.LA, you put in your sign-in, you put in your student email and password. It'll show you everything that you have in your portal. Look at the academic side. You're going to look at Get. Click on Get, and it'll take you to the home page. From there, we'll go to box 1 first, since there's some information there that we need to gather first. Okay, so once you're in the Student Center, you're going to scroll down to the Finance section. You'll see something titled Finances. You're going to have to go to your itemized report. Now, for the sake of this video, we'll be using the tuition amount that was existing for fall 2025. So you click on fall semester 2025, make sure it's under tuition and fees based on the description. You're gonna see here the charges for that semester when it comes to classes and any additional fees that may exist. We're gonna focus on the total amount, that being the $3,766 with 20 cents. Even though we could see fall 2025 housing charges, please note that charges do get updated every academic year, as well as there's changes when it comes to fall semester and spring semester. So we cannot use those amounts for this video. However, to get the updated charges, it's fairly simple. Just search up CSULA fall 2026 housing charges. In this video, you'll see the academic year 2026 to 2027 rates. Click on the link. Now, depending on which type of housing you're selecting, South Village, the Phase 1, Phase 2 apartments, which are also known as university apartments, or the Golden Eagle apartments, you'll see the different charges. Let's look at South Village, since it's the first thing that pops up. You'll be able to see the different room types, the single, the double, the triple, as well as the annual cost, the fall semester cost, and the spring semester cost. You can also see the meal plans available for South Village. You'll see the annual cost as well as the semester cost. Please focus on the semester cost when making your payment plan. You can also see the room type, the single, the double, the triple, as well as the annual cost, which is how much it would be in total, as well as the individualized semester charges. Now, for this video, we'll be focusing on South Village, but it'll be the same process for the university and GEA apartments. Please also take note about the rates and fees that are also included for these charges. The $30 program fee, the $100 damage deposit, and the application fee, which will not be included in your payment plan, but it's great to note. Now, to calculate the total amount of charges, all we have to do is pull out a calculator. In this case, let's focus on a triple for South Village, since it's one of our most common selections. As you can see, fall semester triples in South Village cost $5,486. Let's say this student wants to select the All Access 7. We look at the semester cost. It costs $3,027. We add those charges together. Comes to a total charge of $8,513. Now we have to add the security deposit of $100, also known as the damage deposit, and the program fee. It comes to a total charge of $8,643. By this time, you have already paid the $100 in the application fee. Once we have this amount, let's add it with the amount that we saw for tuition, which is $3,766 with 20 cents. Total charges for tuition and housing added is $12,409 with 20 cents. Now, unfortunately, we cannot show you the financial aid information, but it is found on GET. If you go back to the Student Center on GET, and you go down to finances, you're gonna see something saying view financial aid. You click on view financial aid and it'll show you which year you're trying to look for. In this case, you could look at 2027 since we are looking at housing charges. Now, like I said, I cannot show you the amounts in that section, but we can make an estimate. Let's say the student gets an amount of $10,000 in financial aid assistance. That it comes from grants like the federal Pell Grant, the state grant, the middle class scholarship, some loans perhaps. If the student selects all types of financial aid, which sum up to $10,000, we can subtract from the charges $10,000. That comes to an out-of-pocket due of $2,409 with 20 cents. Now, if you were to get a payment plan, payment plans are for 5 months. So we divide this amount by 5. The student would have to owe $481 with 84 cents a month, starting from the first month, which most likely will be before the semester starts. Where do we make this payment? Well, you can go to Get, again, student homepage, and you'll see Make a Payment. You click on Make a Payment, it'll take you to Transact. On Transact, you're going to click on Make a Payment on the left-hand side. You're going to scroll all the way down and select View All Items. Scroll down a little bit to Student Housing Fees. You click on View Category. For this example, we'll be making the payment in Fall 2025 housing payment. We click on View Details. Now it tells you to enter an amount. That would be the amount that we calculated, $481 with 84 cents. In this case, since this is in regards to the payment plan, it is thought of as rent. So it'll be under the rental fee payment. To the bottom right, you're gonna see Add to Payment, the yellow button. You click on that and click on Pay Now. All the way to the top of the screen, you're gonna see what you're paying for, which in this case is just Fall 2025 housing payment for the amount of $481 with 84 cents. It's good to double check the amount. You scroll all the way down, the bottom right again, you're gonna see Checkout. You're gonna click on Checkout. And it's gonna ask you for a payment method. In this screen, you'll be able to see add new credit or debit card, add a new bank account, or international payment, as well as the new 529 savings plan. I highly recommend you select new bank account to avoid any service fees that may be added due to this online payment. You can do new credit debit card, but you will get a fee. Just select whichever type of method fits you best. Once you make the payment, it'll be sent to us and you'll be good to go. Hopefully this video was very helpful and you'll be able to make a payment even though charges have not been posted. You now know how to make a payment based on the amount seen on our website. If you're interested in making a payment and you know that your charges have been posted on Get, please click on the link below so you can watch our video and follow those steps. Thank you for watching.
Amazing video. So yes, hopefully this video was helpful to you all. Of course, if you have any more questions, you can always email us at askhousing@calstatela.edu if there's any questions you may have outside of this Q&A part. But for now, let's continue with the presentation. Where to find housing payment options. So the full breakdown can be found in the QR code shown right now. You can also just search up Cal State LA housing rates and payments. I have provided you all with the link to our charges in the chat if you'd like to see it. I believe there was an issue with the QR code we had for the rates. So just follow the link I provided right now and you should be able to see the correct amounts. The payment options, one of them could be seen in the video, which is to transact. That is not the only option. You can also go to the One Stop Financial Services office found in the Student Services building to pay via check or cash. Transact is more if you'd like to use your debit card, credit card, or your bank account information, which we highly encourage. All right, how to pay for housing. Same link right there, rates and payments. Kind of like what I mentioned, as you can see in the image, it provides you with the different options. E-check is similar to the bank account option, so they both do not have a service fee, which is great. We don't want you to pay more than what you need to. How to find financial aid. So financial aid, this can be found in your Get portal. All students will get used to using Get a lot throughout your time in Cal State LA. So I highly encourage you all to start navigating your Get portal all around, see where each section takes you. In this case, finding financial aid, it'll be in the Student Center, as you saw in the video. It'll show you 3 different sections per academic year. It'll show you your entire annual financial aid, as well as how much will be per semester for fall and spring. In regards to payment plan, focus on fall 2026 to get the correct amounts. You may be receiving email showing you that your tuition has been paid for, which is great, but the amounts that they might provide are incorrect. They might be mentioning the entire academic year. That is not the amount that we look for in the payment plan. If you have submitted a payment plan already and you believe you have put in the incorrect amounts, you can always submit a new payment plan, but you can also wait for us to do a revision and we'll revise it with the correct amounts. Housing payment plan steps. So everybody here should know about the housing portal. That is where you have applied for housing. In that same portal, you would go under forms. It's usually in the left-hand side. Uh, and in that section, you would look for payment plan for fall 2026. If you do not see that, you should see payment plan for academic year 2026-2027. It should take you to the same form and you'll be able to fill it out. Obviously, it'll ask you for some information about you, for your name, CIN, your phone number, as well as your email. It looks like this right here. Here's an example. This is our spring 2026 version, but for this upcoming fall, it should say the correct semester and year. So fill it out to the best of your capabilities with the tuition amounts that you can be found in your Get portal at this time. Charges have been posted, like I mentioned, so you should be able to put in the correct amounts. Like the video mentioned, we do not take into consideration the $100 application fee in the payment plan. So please do not put the $100 as amount already due to housing. That is a separate fee. Okay, yes. Fill out tuition, housing, financial aid, and what you've already paid to help calculate your payment. When we say amounts already paid, we are referring to any other payments that you have made at this time that are separate from the application fee payment. Okay, some important dates. So July 24th is around the corner. And as you can see, three of our important dates are in that same day, July 24th. July 24th is the last day to pay for fall in full or establish a payment plan and make your first payment. July 24th is also the last day to cancel your housing license agreement without any penalties. If you wait until after the 24th, there will be some cancellation fees added in regards to your cancellation. July 24th is also the last day to lower your meal plan. So if you selected, for example, All Access 7 and would like to reduce it to an All Access 5, July 24th is the last day to do so, to send your request. Now, we have been confirmed that August 17th to the 22nd is move-in week. So you'll be all receiving an email with your scheduled appointments on when you'll be able to move into your fall 2026 dorm or apartment, depending on your selection, of course. November 20th, it's a little far from now, but it's great to know. It's the last day for those who set up payment plan to make their final payment. So payment plans are 5 months. Your first payment is due July 24th, and then your last would be November 20th. So please make sure to have that as a reminder. You'll be able to access your payment plan all the time through your agreement. If there are any issues in accessing, just let us know. We can send it to you via PDF. But you should be able to see it as a reminder of when to make your payments. Another thing I would like to add about financial aid, if you will receive your financial aid after the payment deadline, leave a comment in the payment plan just to let us know of the situation. Um, and complete the form so we can know that your payment plan has been received. You should be receiving an email via Adobe Sign to confirm your email address. Please confirm your email. If you do not confirm your email, we do not receive your payment plan. It will show up as no payment plan on file. We do not want that to happen. Questions about loans and scholarships that we've received is, do we take it into consideration? We do, only if it shows up on Get, as well as it shows up as accepted, not offered. So make sure you accept all your grants and loans that you'll be getting for the fall 2026, and we take that into consideration, of course. That includes the middle class scholarship. Here are some FAQs that we have received prior. Do I need housing to approve the plan before making a payment. So please do not wait for us to approve and revise your payment plan. If you are highly confident about the amounts and you follow the steps seen in the video, most likely those will be the correct amounts and you can make your payment then. Of course, if you were to submit your payment plan, you make a payment, and for some reason the amount is higher than expected, then we'll let you know and you can make the remaining difference before the month ends. Is the payment plan due on a certain day? Yes. Every 20th of the month, payment is due. There is a terms and conditions in the payment plan that you have to sign with your initials. Please read it thoroughly. It'll show you what happens if payments are received by the 20th. And the next question is what if I miss a deadline? So every month, if a payment is late, students are charged $40 as a late fee for the month. So those add up. $40, for example, for August, 40 for September. So please make sure to make your payments on time to avoid those extra fees. What if I make a mistake? Will housing tell me? Of course. We will let you know if there are any issues. You receive a revised payment plan. As you can see in this image, there is an example of how we revise it. You will see the name of the person who revised it, as well as when it was revised and what the correct amounts are per month. So please follow the green section. If you do not receive a revision and you want to make a payment first, that's perfectly fine, but you will get a message showing that the agreement has been completed. It should show as the small image on screen saying that you're done signing. You can open your agreement and you'll be able to see the green section. So we also leave a housing comment on the bottom of the payment plan with a description of how we calculated most of the time. For example, what numbers we saw on our side and how we calculated to make sure that the amounts are even. Here are a couple more examples. And then payment plan office hours. We will be hosting payment plan office hours. We did this last semester, it was very nice to see all of you, or if you're a new member, please come. It was nice to see a lot of our residents, our future residents coming to office hours. So please do not hesitate to just walk in. We'll be able to help you out. So the office hours are from July 20th to August 14th. So it's not a little bit of time. There's a vast majority of dates here. It'll be through Zoom and in person, whichever fits your schedule best. July 23rd and the 24th will be open till 7 p.m. We'll be extending our hours for those 2 days. So please come in. We'll be able to help you out.
And then a little bit about that,
Oh,
when
yes,
going back or when.
of
Thank
course.
you. So for these office hours, this is functioning through Zoom and it will be with Erwin here. And he will be on Monday through Friday, beginning the 20th from 10 to noon and then from 2 to 4 p.m. How this works is you will log into the Zoom link. If you scan the QR code, it will take you to the website where that Zoom link lives, and you'll be placed in a waiting room, and he will address you individually one-on-one and help you out. And then as people cycle through, one person logs out, another person logs in. So that is how those office hours work. And then like Erwin mentioned, you're welcome to drop in. We have great staff here as well to answer all your questions.
Yes. Okay. Here's our contact information, our phone number, email, as well as the housing website QR code. You can follow us on all those social platforms. Please do so. Subscribe to our channel. You'll be able to see a bit more of me in there. There's another video posted at this time showing if charges are posted in your Get portal. So please watch that after charges do get posted next week. Just so you can see a difference of how we calculate things without any estimates, of course. Um, I'm not sure if there's a third video coming, but who knows? Just be on the lookout for that. Questions. We have made it to the live Q&A session of this info session, so why don't we get started with that? Let's look at the first question. I'm waiting for my Calvet waiver fee, but can I pay for housing now? Or do I have to wait? I am not sure about the Calvet waiver fee. Is that the veterans fee? Okay. Uh, According to the information that I have at this time, the waiver works for tuition. I'm not sure if it goes towards housing at this time. If you can provide us with more information via email to askhousing@calstatela.edu, that'd be great. But yes, you can pay for housing now. You can make your payment plan now as well. If you are not sure about the amounts, you can always let us know what your options were, and we'd be able to give you the amounts. So that way you can start filling out that payment plan form. If you'd like to watch our video first, that's also an option. When we fill out the payment plan form where it says tuition and fees, total meal plan, and all of the other charges, as long as I'm receiving financial aid, I only need to put the financial play and the rest blank, right? Also, do I just put this financial aid for the semester? Great question. So I'll go piece by piece on this one. Tuition and fees, you can use the amount that's shown on Get right now. Right now, if you are an undergraduate doing full time, this is public information. The amount is, I believe, 3,968 with 4 cents. So you should be able to see that on your Get portal. When it comes to total meal plan and all other charges, I assume you're talking about housing charges. You would put in the amount shown according to the video, how you add up all the charges, the room type you've selected, as well as the meal plan you selected, and the fees. So, like I've mentioned before, the application fee is not included. However, the security deposit, also known as the damage deposit, and the program fee have to be added. Security deposit is $100 and the program fee is 30, so it's $130 in fees. As well as the financial, you'll be putting the fall 2026 financial aid amount. Only use the amounts that you've currently accepted. So if you go into your Get portal and look at your financial aid package, just add up the grants that you've checked off. Next one. Can we pay the down payment of $100 as a start of our payment plan? So I assume you're talking about the application fee. Unfortunately, no. Like I've mentioned, the $100 application fee is separate, so this is not even included in the payment plan. So unfortunately, your first payment would be based off how much out of pocket you need to pay for housing. We have something that states future payment due. Is that the amount that needs to be paid or payment plan set for? Great question. So yes, on Get, there is the amount that's due now and future due. So when you're making a payment plan with us, you would need to focus on the amounts shown on the payment plan. The amount that you might see right now, which is around 3,900, is just tuition. So if you are expecting financial aid to be dispersed, it will go to tuition first. So that amount future due would be gone after disbursement dates arrive, and whatever remaining financial aid would be sent to housing directly. So there's nothing you need to do on your side in regards to financial aid disbursements. So you can sort of disregard the future due unless you're worried that you won't be getting enough financial aid to cover your entire tuition. If I submit a Calvet application to cover my tuition but receive my reward later, will the school adjust what I owe? So that sounds more of a financial aid question. The way that I believe Calvet works, like I mentioned, it does cover your tuition. So if you're expecting any other financial aid that's not related to Calvet, that financial aid would be going to housing. Of course, the people in charge in the financial aid office would adjust your award letter as well as what you see on your Get portal. But yes, it would adjust, I believe. I do recommend you contact financial aid office just to get a better response. Okay, grants and loans should cover all of my tuition and housing. Do I still need to make a payment by July 24th? I highly recommend you submit a payment plan regardless, just in case there are any changes in your financial aid. throughout the academic year and semester, there may be changes happening in your award letter. So it's best to be safe, just to at least get an estimate on how much you'd be paying. But if it shows up as paid, that covers all expenses, we'll make sure to take note of that. But we will be on the lookout if there are any changes, and we will notify you via either email or phone call. So just please submit a payment plan, just to be safe. Oh, you're quite welcome. Let's see. For housing charges, do we use the link you sent and only put the fall prices? Do we put the full tuition price or divided by two for the payment? Okay. Housing charges. So the link I did provide with the rates, you would be looking at fall 2026 amounts. So once you click on the link I provided, you're going to see that the amounts for fall and spring as well as the academic year focus on fall now. And when it comes to meal plans, look at the summer cost, the semester cost, not summer, semester, and add those up along with the $130 in fees, because I do assume you have already made the application fee payment. And in regards to tuition price, you would be looking at, uh, you can search it up in your browser, tuition and fees for fall 2026 CSULA. That's an example. And it should show you how much you'd be paying for if you're a full-time student. Put that amount. And don't forget to include the involvement fee uh, if you have not opted out of it, which is $2 extra. I would like to see an example of a payment plan. Yes, of course. We did. I have an example here on screen. Let's see. Here's one. Uh, you can see the left-hand side on screen. Uh, you can see that's 3,766 with 20 cents for tuition and fees. This was for uh fall 2025. The total housing charges, which show as 8,041, that includes the meal plan, the type of housing that was selected, as well as the fees. The financial aid received or will be receiving is the financial aid that you can see in your Get portal that you've accepted at this time. And then amount already paid for housing, you can see that they've already paid 308 with 16 cents. That's separate from the application fee. You would see that our payment plan automatically calculates how much you'd pay out of pocket. So the amount due to housing is already a formula we've already implemented, and automatically you should see your section 4 of the payment plan, which is the proposed payment plan. It'll show you the amounts divided evenly automatically. Now, if there are any inconsistencies, we would revise it. And as you can see here, in the green section, we did a revision, and you would follow the green section. That is a great example here because this is amounts that would kind of be seen most of the time. If we accept the loans in financial aid, how much time do we have to pay back? Great question. So even though this is a more of a financial aid question, I can help you out with giving you a sort of a response to this. The subsidized loan, uh, you can pay that off after you graduate, but if you have enough money to start paying it back, you can do so. Just know that with the subsidized, interest increases after your graduation, and the unsubsidized increases once you accept it. So, um, I would suggest, if need to be, you would get the subsidized loan first, and then the unsubsidized as a final resort, if you're worried about interest getting too high. But always contact financial aid to get you a better response with that. If my tuition is fully covered for the academic year, I would just have to let the financial aid cover the housing only. Then I would pay the remainder when the semester starts. Yes. Um, you should be able to see your award letter for fall and spring already. If the amounts are higher than your tuition, then yes, you just have to focus on housing charges alone. Just note that financial aid rarely covers entire housing, so just make their payment plan for both fall, and then when spring arrives, you'll be making a payment plan then, and just make sure to pay the out-of-pocket charges. But just know that the first payment is due July, which is a month before the semester starts. So uh, I wouldn't really say you'd pay the remainder when the semester starts, even though you're making your first payment in July, if that makes sense. It's a 5-month payment plan. If my financial aid does cover my housing and meal plan, do we still need to make a monthly payment or no? You wouldn't make if we can verify that you are getting enough financial aid to pay off tuition and housing, you do not have to make a payment, but it's best to make a payment plan. No payment, but a payment plan. We would revise it, and in the green section, as what you can see on screen, it would show as zeros throughout every month, and you just be enjoying housing, basically. So if you are covered, you're perfectly fine. Just submit a plan just to be safe, so we can just have you on file as having a payment plan, and we can just check on your account every so often. I would say we check it every month at least, um, just to see if there are any changes. And if you do know about any changes in your account, please do not hesitate to submit a new payment plan. Thank you so much. You're quite welcome. I seen how you adjusted to make a payment. While making that payment, does that automatically show my student in a payment plan or just making a pay? Oh, this is, are you adjusted to make a payment? While making that payment, does that automatically show my student? That is an interesting question. I don't think I'm getting it. Can someone understand what this
Maybe Priscilla, do you think you could retype your question? I'm wondering if maybe you're asking if we automatically let students know their payment is due. But also if you don't mind just clarifying in another question, that'd be great.
Oh
And
wait,
then,
she said, "Oh, got it. Thank you." Afterwards. Oh,
oh,
I believe she meant the notification that we sent students in regards that we have adjusted it so they can see the agreement. I think that that's what it is. Okay. If it's not that, Priscilla, just submit a new question and I'll be able to help you out. Okay. Could this issue be because I am still taking a class in community college, so I have to send in my transcript, my transcripts? Alan, in regards to units that you're taking at community college, um, those are different to what we look at. So what we look at are Cal State LA units. So if you're taking any courses here at Cal State LA, we look at how many units you're taking. If there are 12 Cal State LA units, you are considered full-time student here, and you'd be getting your entire financial aid. But if you are taking units at a community college, for example, if you're taking 3 units over there and you're taking 9 units here, we only look at the 9 units and how much financial you'd be getting according to those 9 units. So, uh, that sounds like an admissions question in regards to sending your transcripts. So, I would say so, talk with admissions, but yes, sending in transcripts is a great idea. You're transferring from ELAC, so welcome to Cal State LA. But yes, communicate with admissions in regards to more details in regards to sending your transcripts. Okay, and housing and meal plan are separate, right? Or they'll combine the payment or for both. Okay, yes. Uh, Housing charges are a combination of housing room type and meal plan. So you don't have to make a payment for meal plan only and one for housing, the room. No, it's all combined together into one account. So when you're on Transact, for example, make sure you put your payment under rental all the time. Do not click on meal plan or miscellaneous. Put it under rental and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, for the meal plans, will I have access to it once I move in or when the semester starts? Also, is it digital or physical? Great question. Meal plans, um, as you know, move in is the 17th to the 22nd. The semester starts on the 24th. So it's safe to say that your meal plan will be activated once you move in. However, it is through your one card. So I am hoping everyone here has your one card already. If not, please get your one card. That is your key to the South Village dorms as well as to dining. So make sure to have that one card activated and let us know in the office so we can activate it in our system if it has not done so already. How big are the blue carts to pull all your stuff in on? Oh, that one was answered? I think someone answered that one. Okay. No, I meant that my grant it grayed out, so I'm not sure why I cannot accept it yet. If you can accept your financial aid, most likely the financial aid office is still processing the amounts. I highly suggest you contact financial aid just so you can get a response from them. And you can also let us know if that is something you're worried about. But at this time, communicate with them. And once you're sending out the payment plan, leave a comment in the payment plan section in regards to your situation. Does Guardian Scholars help with housing? Yes, they do. Please contact Guardian Scholars to get more information on how they can assist you with housing. I am, I would say 75% sure, 80% that they do offer either they what's the term? They support you with housing. So just get in contact with Guardian Scholars to get more information, and they'll be able to help you out with the options they may have available for fall 2026. How do you activate your one card when you already have it? If you already have your one card, um, yeah, it's already active. As long as it beeps in different locations, it should be fine. I believe Maria was able to respond that question as well. Okay. Uh, Thank you. I'll call right now. Wonderful. Good luck, Matthew. Uh, is it better to use Parent Plus as another loan to help with housing payments? Yes, Parent Plus, it does get processed into Get, so we will be able to see that loan on our side. Um, just make sure that you fill out all the proper documentation on time so it could get processed accordingly, and there is no delay with the disbursement date. But yes, we do take into consideration as well any loan that you receive um, will will hopefully go into the Get portal and we'll be able to see it on our side. If for some reason we cannot see your loan on Get, you would have to be responsible to make sure that you receive it as well as use it to pay off your housing charges. Okay, I think this might have been answered. No worries. We can always answer it again. But are the housing fees 130 total? And is it already included in the housing charges, or we have to add that ourselves? Great question. It has not been asked. So the total fees is 230. $100 is the application fee, which I hope you have already paid. The other $100 comes from the security deposit. That has not been included in the housing or meal plan amounts, as well as the $30 program fee. So when you're adding up your housing charges, add up housing room type, your meal plan, the security deposit, and the program fee. So it's four things. The amount should pop up in the rates, and for our academic year, it's going to be a little text showing how much it is for each fee. Just add them up, and then you can put in your payment plan. If for some reason there is a little mistake, we can always revise it, and you'll be able to get the correct amount. So no worries. What's the percentage we pay on the 24th? So since this is a 5-month payment plan, overall it would be 20%. That 20% per month. We cannot go any lower than that. So that is the amount you would be paying for July 24th. Is housing payments and meal plans yes, it's together. Housing payments and meal plan is together. So like I mentioned right now, your housing room type charge, your meal plan charge, the fees, they will be all added up as one charge in the payment plan. Okay, so we don't have to make a payment plan if we're able to pay for everything at once. I have understood that correctly, but yes, I would still recommend it. Just to be on the safe side, we don't want anything appearing out of nowhere. So just to be safe, submit a payment plan. It doesn't take long. It takes a couple minutes if you have the correct information ready with you. But if you're thinking on paying everything at once, please go ahead and do so. But like I said, it's best to be safe. No one knows what could happen one day with the next. So just submit a payment plan just to be safe. To clarify, we aren't certain how much to put into the housing charging plan yet because housing has not still, yeah, housing has not sent out the charges. It'll be sent out next week. Um, but you can watch our video again on your free time, and you can see how we are add up the charges. And that is the charges that you see on our website are 100% true. So if you add them up, they should be correct. And you can already start making your payment now before waiting until the 24th, which is in 2 weeks. So you can wait until next week to get the charges posted into Get, or you can do it now. That is up to you. Just make sure it's before the deadline. Is Sally Mae another good loan to use for? Yes, all loans are good to pay off housing. It just really depends if loans are the way to go for you, but that is your choice. Sally Mae should appear on Get. It would be marked under subsidized, I believe. But as long as it's a loan that the amounts match with what you see on Get, then you're fine. But if it's a loan that does not appear on Get and it's a different amount, you would be responsible to use that loan to pay off your housing charges. Okay, I was told by a financial aid person that scholarships come either October or November. How do you process it when it comes months after the semester starts? Great question. So, as long as the scholarships have been accepted, so the way that grants and loans work is it goes through 4 steps: offered, accepted, uh, authorized, and dispersed. So as long as it's in the second step, accepted, we take it into consideration. So if you go to your Get portal and for some reason you can't check on accepted, contact financial aid just so you can verify that you have accepted that scholarship. And it should pop up in the Get portal. So we process it that way. And we make sure that we check it from time to time to see if there are any changes. If for some reason the amount increases, your out-of-pocket decreases. If it does the other way around, if the financial aid decreases, your amounts in housing increase, and we would try our best to let you know. So please be on the lookout for any changes in your financial aid, as well as if there are any issues with accepting your scholarships. Where can I find more information about the middle class scholarship for housing? So it's middle class scholarship is not for housing specifically. It is just a scholarship. You should have received an email either from FAFSA or Web Grants for Students, I believe is the name. And you can log in. It'll ask you to create an account. If you have an account already, you can just log in and it'll show you your Cal Grant. Either it's Cal Grant A, Cal Grant B, and it'll show you as well as the amount you'll be receiving for the middle class scholarship. I just want to point out that the middle class scholarship get dispersed at the middle of the semester. We still take into consideration as long as it shows as accepted, and the amounts change from time to time. It's very unstable. So take the amount that you see on Get for the middle class scholarship with a grain of salt. Just a little grain of salt. But you can get your information from there. Web Grants for Students, I believe, is the name for it. What are the advantages of paying before charges are posted? It seems to be better to wait for charges to be posted so that there will be less chance of making payment errors. Okay. The advantages of paying before charges are posted, well, I can only think of one. It's getting charges paid for in full and you don't have to worry about it. If for some reason, let's say, yeah, I'll give an example, based on what we see on screen. Housing charges are 8,041. Let's say that was an estimate and the actual charges were 7,041 and you had already made you paid for housing in full. We would refund you the difference. So if there are any issues, we would refund it. However, if for some reason it's an estimate and the amount is higher, we'll let you know and we'll tell you that to submit a new payment plan if the payment had been processed, to submit a new one just so you can see the new monthly amount. But if you wait for charges to be posted, you can get more accuracy and you can do your monthly payments, or you can just pay in full. But the only advantage I see at paying early is you are no longer with the stress in mind that you have to pay for housing every month. And you can focus on the fun stuff.
Thanks, Erwin. Let's take one more question and then we will
Oh,
have to wrap this up. Thank you everyone for all of your questions. We will send a recording of this once it's available. But yeah, Erwin, why don't you take it away? It's the last one.
okay. Oh no, they keep coming though. Uh, do we have to do any prerequisites like attend a meeting before accepting loans, and how long after will we receive the amount selected? That's a great question about loans. Yes, loans. The way to accept loans, it's a three-step process actually. You have to sign a master promissory note. The master promissory note basically is you signing a contract saying that you'll be paying the loan back. Another one is signing the federal ISIR. I'm not sure what that stands for, unfortunately, because that is the financial aid department's acronym. So make sure you contact them about that step, as well as the loan counseling class. So you have to take a loan counseling. I believe that is through FAFSA, but financial aid would know more about that. And after doing all those three steps, it should show up as accepted on the on Get Portal and we'll take it into consideration, but it gets dispersed maybe 2 business weeks, if not longer. So make sure you do those steps quick before the semester starts, if possible, if you're really thinking on getting that loan. Okay. Uh, Thank you so much for your help. Of course, happy to help. I'm here to help everyone that comes to our office. And is that all of them?
Think so. We somehow did all of it. Thank you so much, Erwin.
Hey, this was fun. Yeah, we should do this another time. I'd love to answer more questions. If you do have more questions, please email us at askhousing@calstatela.edu. I cannot emphasize that as much. Please do so. All questions financial wise would most likely be sent to me, and I'll be able to help you out. You can always come in person, of course. Our office hours are from 8 to 5 at the moment. Like we mentioned, we'll increase them for July 23rd and 24th till 7 p.m. And please come to our office hours. If you are nervous about submitting your first payment plan, you can come in. I can help you out putting the correct amounts, and we can get the ball rolling with your monthly payments.
Great.
We are having another seminar, info session actually, July 15th, but that would be in Spanish. So if you know anyone that is interested in this info session but could not attend because it was in English, we will have one in Spanish on July 15th. That is a Wednesday at the same time, I believe. Is that correct?
I believe it's at 3:30 that day.
3:30 to 4:30. So please come on by. If you have any more questions, you can always come to that one. We can help you out as well. But that info session will be in Spanish.
Amazing. And I've included all the links as Erwin was talking about them in the chat. So feel free to click them, save them, bookmark them. These are amazing resources. And thank you so much again, Erwin, for all of this super important and valuable information. We appreciate you. And thank you, Eddie and Maria, for being here. And thank you all, everyone, for joining us. Please contact us, as Erwin said, in our office, and we hope to see you soon.